Hello everybody, welcome back. The story we are going to talk about today is the Uniondale hitchhiker. The story starts with two childhood sweethearts, Giel Pretorius and Maria Rue. On Easter 1968, Maria and Giel got engaged. They decided to go tell Maria's parents back in their hometown, about 500 kilometers away. So they set out on this journey in their VW Bug, also known as Volkswagen. While Giel was driving along the N2 in South Africa, he lost control of the car and the car overturned. After Giel woke up from this horrible accident, he looked to the back seat where Maria was sleeping, but he couldn't find her. He stumbled out, he crawled out of the car, and he shouted into the darkness, "Maria, Maria," but couldn't find her at all. He later crawled to the road where he collapsed because he was so tired, so sore. Then a lonely motorist picked Giel up, took him to the hospital, and the next day a farmer found Maria's body, and she was unfortunately deceased. But the story doesn't stop there. This is where it gets interesting. In 1976, almost 10 years later, there was a man named Anton Legrancy. He was driving along this N9 road and he saw a lady standing beside the road in the darkness, and there was nothing around. No lights, no other cars. It was an old dirt road. He stopped and he asked her, "Do you need a ride to town?" And she gave a silent nod. She was very, very quiet and very, very shy. She got into the back of the car, and as they were driving, he was trying to talk to her, trying to engage in conversation, trying to know more about her, but she just wouldn't want to talk to him. After a short while, he heard the car door, and he turned around to look what happened, and she wasn't there. He was kind of scared at first, but he kept on driving. He didn't know what happened to her, so he drove straight to the police station. Coming into the police station, the police did not believe her at all. They thought it was a prank by some young guy and his friends. So they decided, let's play along. Let's follow him in our police car. So they did. While the policeman was following him on this road, on this dark dirt road, he saw the back door open and close very, very quickly. Anton stopped very, very quickly and he said, "Oh, she's in the car, she's on the back seat." But the police officer didn't see anybody, so he thought it was still a prank. So he said, "Turn on the light inside your car and just keep driving, keep your hands on the steering wheel where I can see your shoulders and your arms up." So they did the same. They turned around and they came back past the same spot. And wouldn't you guess, around the same spot, the car door opened and closed, and both cars screeched to a halt. The police officer jumped out of the car, and he was visibly scared, as Anton says, and Anton was just as scared. As they were talking and saying, "We should get out of here, something bad is happening here," they heard a woman scream and cry in the woods off to the side. They go back to the police station, and Anton gives his description, and the police decide to call the detective from the crash earlier, and it was the exact same description. About 2 years later, a motorcyclist came riding his motorcycle down this road, and it was Easter again, and he saw a girl standing there. It was the 20-year-old Maria Rue, and he decided, let's give her a ride. He asked her, "Would you like a ride to town?" And she nodded yes. She took the helmet off of his motorcycle, which was fastened to the back grille of the motorcycle. She put it on, she climbed on, and she held on tight. He said, "Hold on tight, tighter, because if anything happens, I want to know." As they were driving down this desolate dirt road, it was very, very dangerous, so he knew something might go wrong. He drove very carefully. Suddenly, after a short while, he felt a massive gust or a push on the motorcycle. Oh no, something wrong happened. He looked back to find Maria, but she wasn't there. He thought she fell off the motorcycle, so he turned around and he sped back to try and find her. But when he stopped to look around to where the jolt happened, he saw that the helmet was securely fastened to the back row of the motorcycle. So, freaked out, he decided to turn around and go to Uniondale, and the first stop, the police station. He gave this account and everybody got chills. And they showed him a bunch of pictures of different women and he pointed straight to Maria. Not many years after that, another motorcyclist came driving on this N9 road. But he was looking for a friend he thought ran out of gas or petrol on his motorcycle. So he wasn't bothered by Maria. He thought she was waiting for somebody. So he kept on riding his motorcycle. But then suddenly he felt this tightening grip around his chest. And as he looked down, he saw these feminine hands or woman hands around his body. And he got freaked out. He didn't know what it was or how she got on the motorcycle. So what did he do? He sped up really, really fast and he drove as fast as he can, going up 60 kilometers per hour, 80 kilometers per hour. And suddenly, when he reached 120 kilometers per hour, the arms let go. Felt this instant relief. Freaked out? He went straight to the police station. Once again, the same description, the same account. Everybody had the same experience with the same girl. A lot of people ask, why was Maria so restless? And they thought that because Maria was asleep on the back seat, her soul didn't know what happened to her body. And she thought she is still alive and that she wants to get to her destination, to the love of her life, Gil. But then again, the accounts happened after some very, very big news from Gil. Just 1 year after Maria's death, Gil found love in another woman's arms, and they got married. Some believe that made Maria so restless and so angry that she came back, looking for her fiancé, her love of her life, that was ripped away from her. The sightings of Maria stopped in 1984. And coincidentally, it happened with some very, very big news of Gil being in another car accident and sadly being deceased. A lot of people say that this was Maria holding on to Gil very, very tightly, and she didn't want to let him go because she loved him dearly. And with Gil's death, some say she got the love of her life back and she got some closure. And that's why Maria is now resting in peace. Thank you, everybody. I really do appreciate your support. Please like, subscribe, and share the story. Until next time.